Hi guys, welcome to another video, another review from a gear from Feiyu-Tech, which is the AK4000. It's another gimbal for stabilizing DSLR and cameras. I've been using it since a few weeks now, and it's time for me to deliver a full review, an unboxing, just to show you what's inside. And let's go. So here is the box. Gonna open it. You get everything you need just to protect the gimbal. Papers to set it. Charger for batteries. This part. The stabilizer here is divided into 3 parts. So basically the stabilizer itself. You get every command that you need right here under the thumb. You can turn it on, switch the settings, rotate the gimbal, use this quick button just to rotate it faster when setting the right orientation. Here you can lock it here. Here it is what you just have to remove and screw up to insert the batteries, which are going to be charged with this charger. Then you can mount on it this. It's made in carbon. It can fit on any tripod you already have, and you have this extra mount you can screw on it, and then you can hold it a bit longer. It gives you an extra length for your settings. And also what you can get with this little tripod, you can directly mount it here if you just need. You can mount it here if you just need it directly, just to have this part of the gimbal and just put it on the table. But you can just I'm gonna open it and fold it, and then what you can do is just put it on the floor. It's very stable. As you can see, the gimbal is around here. Everything is working smoothly. So let's set then my DSLR on it. So what I'm gonna do is just come a little closer just to show you. So here are how things are being balanced. You get 3 motors, one here, another one here, another one here. What you have to do is just put your DSLR on it, then set everything balanced with your DSLR on. Sorry about that. With your DSLR on, and then when it's balanced, you just have to pour it on, put the cable to connect and to control your DSLR using the command of the gimbal, and that's it. So I got my DSLR here. It can fit with any cameras. First things first, you have to get this part of the accessories. Screw it and use this little thing just to mount it on the DSLR. Be careful to be balanced. You get 3 holes right here, depending on the length of the length you're putting on your DSLR. But actually, this is where I need to fix it. Be sure that is very well mounted here. Fix it here. Then we need this part. it's gonna go right here under the lens, just to be sure that everything is mounted and supported correctly. Fix it on it.
A few moments later.
So finally I managed to fix it on it. Then put things the right way. So here it is on its mounting on. Everything is fixed. So next step is to put it on the gimbal. So I'm gonna take the gimbal back right in from the camera. This way it's gonna be better. What you just have to do is to insert it on. Wait for this clip here. It's a lock, just to be sure that even if you haven't locked it right here, it's not gonna fall on the floor. Then be sure to balance it this way on this part. So no matter if it's not already balanced this way, be sure just to have your gimbal stabilize. Once it's gone, it's okay. Use this part here to lock your DSLR on. Then what we have to do is to balance this way. So you just have to release this part, rotate it a bit. Not yet. I think that's about 4. Here it is. And once it's okay, just fix it with these parts. So on it, I don't know if you can see it, I'm gonna rotate it. What you get is some numbers here. All you have to do is to remember where your set, since you have to balance every time you put your DSLR on the gimbal. But once it's set and done, you just have it for forever. For my part, I'm not moving this part of the gimbal, this one neither. I'm just putting the DSLR on, fix it, and balancing here, and that's it. So once you're set, the only thing remaining is to put the cable on. So you have different cable provided with the gimbal, whereas for instance on the Ronin S you have to buy extra cables. Here they're already provided. You just connect it to your DSLR and you're set. The only thing remaining is to turn it on. Long press here, gonna beep, and then you're set. So I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna grab it this way. But what you have here is the screen, if I can put it on now. So you have different settings. Here it's what the gimbal is going to do if you rotate this button. HF, TF. It's depending how you're gonna move the camera and how the gimbal is gonna react. So this is TF. HF, it's gonna lock different directions, and even if you're already locked on location, and you can use this part just to rotate your camera and be sure to keep the right angle you want to see. LK, it's gonna move in all directions, locked, so you can rotate the arm, the gimbal, everything. Oh sorry, I hit my tripod, but everything is gonna be stabilized the right way. Maybe I'm gonna rotate it a bit more so you can see it. You get another settings, HF. So HF, it's gonna be locked in a different direction. So once you're set with the setting you want, what you just have to do is to turn on your camera, remove this, gonna wait for the plane. So once you're set, you can use the remote here just to start with the button, taking picture, launching cameras and movies and running videos. I'm gonna put in AF. So as you can see, I can balance, rotate the arm. Here in differential lock, for instance, what I'm gonna do is just make this small clip. So I'm gonna rotate the arm, move it, and everything is gonna be smooth and moving the right way. I can even use this part here to control how a thing is moving. You can change direction. For instance, I'm going to rotate this part. Maybe I got to be smooth. And you can also rotate the orientation if you're gonna make some kind of effects like this. So basically is what you can do when using it as a gimbal, but it has also many different settings. For instance, here what you can do is by swiping here, sorry, so if you swipe from any direction, you can change the ISO and the correction. You can put the correction of colors, balance, and the correction of lights. And if you go the other way, you get different settings. Since I reset it, it's already in Japanese or Chinese, I don't know, I think it's Chinese, but you can use this setting to put it in auto rotation mode, so you can use it for time-lapse, doing some night photography, and it's gonna rotate the way you've set it. You have to put the angles you want to use, and then when it's set, it's gonna take picture every time you say it to frame it and control your camera. And for instance, you can do night lapse or so on, and that's very practical. One thing I do forgot to mention is that you can use as a gimbal this part. I'm gonna just leave that menu, my swiping. So one thing I forgot to mention is you can just use the stick just to rotate the gimbal and adjust it. Actually, this one is faster if you just want to move in one direction, but you can use this part and this stick just to rotate the gimbal and be sure that you have the right angle just using here with the thumb. So I'm gonna make some few clips with and without it, like I did for the other gimbal for GoPro, and I will come back for the conclusion. So I switched the settings into English, and if you want to do some time lapse on add some rotation, everything's already set in the gimbal just to help you do things. So what you can do is just to set the rotation time with the panning. You're gonna set the duration. I'm gonna put it into about 2 minutes. The tilt, I'm gonna do the same. For invert and dual, what you have to do is to compute the amount of time you want to spend on your exposure of your shot. For instance, when I'm shooting night labs, I'm setting my DSLR to 25 seconds. And what you need to do is to configure these two values so to let enough time to the DSLR to do the shot, compute it, and write it into the card. So what I do is I'm gonna take a shot every 55 seconds, a residual of 45. So once you're all set, you go back. Set it to auto rotation. What you have to do here is to set the first angle you wanna start from, and then you're gonna have to rotate the gimbal just to the next point you want to see. So what I'm doing here is just setting the gimbal about here, then hit OK, and it'll ask you for the endpoint. I think I'm gonna do something like that. Hit OK, then it's going back from the first position, and it's gonna rotate the gimbal smoothly. Maybe I should. It's gonna start this manually. It's gonna rotate the gimbal, and from the starting point to the end point I've made. If you want to see how it does work, here is how you can move the gimbal, and everything is being kept smoothly. The direction is locked, you get no problem, and the image is very stable here on my DSLR. You can rotate it, turn around, hold it from top to down, even change, and there is no moves on the camera. If you set it to tilt, it's gonna be set this way, and you can still move, but the angle will keep the same. You can switch to lock, and there is another this mode, very practical too. If you want to rotate, turn the arm, everything is kept, the angle is kept, and what I do see is everything is under control. The gimbal is working perfectly. So this is test I will do like I did for the GoPro gimbal. I'm holding here my DSLR with my right arm, with my right hand, and I'm gonna walk through these woods very slowly. I mean walking, and what you're gonna see next is the same path when using the gimbal to be stabilized. So here you go. I will try to get the same angles like I did, like I will do while walking with it. So it's quite shaky. I hope you guys are not so disturbed when playing this, but it's just to show you how the gimbal is working, and it will absorb all the shock and the tap I'm doing while walking. So what I'm gonna do now is trying to run with it. Even it's quite heavy. What you can do, you can easily run with it when holding it. So let's go. I'm sure you're running quite fast. I don't know if you're gonna run this way to do some shoots. I do not recommend do that because I don't know what you're gonna film this way, but that's a matter for the test. It's only for a testing purpose. So here I'm running quite fast, and everything is smooth and balanced very efficiently.